Hello students, how are you? I think everyone are fine there at your home. So student, today we are going to begin with the first class of English, which is the supplementary reader. Yes, you are the right one. So this is a book which we are going to begin with, the supplementary reader, and I hope it is given to each and everyone. Okay, the students who have taken their books from the books library. So student, today we are going to begin with the book 2, supplementary reader. So what it is? It is a supplementary reader, and the prose 1, how the camel got his hump. How the camel got his hump. So here we have a glossary. Whatever the difficult words, we are going to write it down here. So student, it is a class 8th subject English. Fine. And don't forget to memorize our institution. It is CLE'S KK English Medium School CBSE, which is situated here in Chikkodi. So student, it is your first class. Yes or no? In the first class, the beginning should be a right one. When the beginning becomes a right and a perfect and a systematic, then what happens till last, you will never going to forget anything. The same which is going to happens in the first class, it will remain till last, and you are never going to forget anything else. So do you memorize that quote? If the first impression is a perfect one, and it will remain till last. So the first impression is the last impression. So the same manner, the whatever I am teaching to you through the video format, and whatever the homework I am giving you through the videos, the same thing it should be updated me in my personal WhatsApp number up to date. If someone lagging behind while sending the homework, it seems that he is not punctual student. He is a lazy and a drowsy student. So you shouldn't like this. So you have to follow the rules and regulation and complete the homework on time and send me and get checked by me. Understood? So let's begin with the first supplementary reader. So here we have first supplementary reader, and the lesson is how the camel got his hump. Yes. So the camel got his hump. Do you know the camel? The camel used to reside in the deserted area, in the desert areas. So the camel is an animal which moved from here to there in the search of food and water. So this camel is a lazy one. He is not a hard worker. He used to move from one place to another just for rest, just for sleeping. So this is what a camel here. In this lesson, we are going to learn that there is a camel and another creatures and another animals also. So every animal is having a complaint from the camel. Hey you camel, what you are doing? You are so drowsy, you are so lazy, you are not helping us to work, though we are doing your work and making you proud in front of the leader. So it shouldn't happen like this. So every creatures are too worried about the camel. This camel's works should be done by another animals like ox, horse. So what this camel is doing after all? So it shouldn't happen like this. So at last, the complaints regarding the camel went to a leader, okay, went to a master who is a caretaker of whole desert, and that master is a jinn. Do you know jinn? Where might you have seen that Alibaba's movie, where when the Alibaba rub that jinn, that container, it will come out of that. It's a leader there. So when the jinn called of the camel, hey you camel, come here. Why you're not working in this desert? And what happened to you? Because many complaints came on you that you're not working at all. Why you are doing like this? It shouldn't happen like this here. And this camel used to say hump, nothing but hump. So he used to say usually hump, 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 and it makes a very boring and very repetitive listening kind of word to all creatures of the desert, but he never bothered about this. Then the all creatures totally fed up. Hey, you are not telling to camel to do work, then we are going to boycott our work, we are not going to do any work, single work in the coming days. So you should take a strict action against camel. So now a jinn went to meet a camel. Hey you, why you're not doing anything? Complaints are coming regarding. So I will give you one activity. See your face somewhere inside the water, and the camel do the same thing, and he got a hump over his back and he is too proud of it. So student, regarding this we will learn in a deep in this lesson. So here we are going to begin with the each and every single sentence of this first lesson. So we are going to do this. Along with, we will learn what and each and every sentence say. With some difficult words we are going to be right here. Alright students, so let's begin with this. Okay, so first here we have some activity. Okay, first the world had just begun. So this is what we will begin. So student, let's begin here with the first paragraph of the lesson, how the camel got his hump. So here we have the first prose. Okay, this is the first prose we have. So we are going to discuss about this. Okay, how the camel got his hump. See, first here on the page number, it is page number mentioned. Wait, we will check first. Okay, the first lessons, the first page number is 1. Okay, this one, how the camel got his hump. So we are going to begin with these 3 points. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hump. Okay, we have discussed in the beginning. Then even the clever jinn was at his wits end. Okay, and he never left it. Okay, he never left it him as it is. He taught him a lesson by giving a good moral words. Okay, fine. So let's begin with this. So before beginning, I would like to say you that student, hold a book in your hand, and wherever I am reading, just have a glance of it. Just have the same thing. Okay, where the sir is reading, where you have to put your finger. So I am here beginning with the first paragraph of the lesson, how the camel got his hump. In the same manner, wherever I am reading here, on just below to that sentence, you have to put your index finger tip. Understood? So let's begin with this without wasting time or without further go. Yes, in the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel, and he lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said, hump. Just hump and no more. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. See what is happening there. So it is a time of once upon, where all the animals had just started to support the mans to help them in different kind of works. Let it may be a plowing, let it may be a saving, let it may be in different kind of agriculture and irrigation work. So recently the cattle came and they start helping these kind of pet animals, and this camel, horse and other kind of ox. Okay, they start helping them. So in between what happened, these animals were not familiar with the human beings. So how to work here, we don't know anything. So but apart from this wild animals, some of the animals became too used to for the mans. However, the man instruct them, they start doing the work. Okay, they start doing the work. And here these fellow animals, okay, want to listen this man's, because the man were the superior. They have a knowledge, they have a brain, they know how to conduct a thing in just a systematic manner. But these animals were not aware about anything. They were a wild and they don't know the basic knowledge about anything. So these animals taken into the work. So every animals like ox, horse, okay, and dog start doing a different kind of works, and they are helping the man to make them success, to make them accomplished what they have decided. But this camel, okay, sitting in the such kind of very hot desert and not doing anything, eating thorns, okay, shrubs, grasses, and whenever and another animal comes and asks him, okay, bark like us, okay, or trot like us, when the horse says, hey you camel, why don't you trot like us, and this camel says hump. Understood? So in this manner the lessons begins here. So next, presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, that what he said comes to another page number 2. Camel, oh camel, and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. Okay, now dog comes near to a camel. Hey you camel, why don't you, okay, hold the things how I am holding the things in my mouth, just do it like me. So here the dog is asking from camel. Okay, and the camel again says, hump, what I will do? And the dog say, hey, why you are not behaving like me? I will complain about you to the man. And the dog went and complained the same thing to the man here. Then presently the ox came to him. Who came? The ox came to him with the yoke on his neck and said, camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. And when the dog went off, now came ox. Hey you ox, and he sounded yoke in his neck. Yoke in his neck. He sounded inside the neck and told him, do like how I am doing. So you should be familiar with this. But the camel said, hump. He never bothered about the ox word. Then what happened? In the same manner, ox also went to meet the man and complained about the camel, how he is behaving. Okay, then what happened? See, so this is a picture here. Here you will find a horse, okay, a cow, a dog, and a man, okay, who start taking the use of these wild animals, and they let him to work with them, okay, in activity of plowing and irrigation or agriculture. So all are them complaining to the man. Hey you man, this camel is not listening anything, he is not responding to us, and we are making him to learn our language, but he is not learning anything. Okay, why he is not doing a yoke sound, why he is not taking out tot sound, why he is not barking, or why not he is holding a things in his mouth how we are holding. So what wrong happened with this camel? Why he is behaving like this? These all creatures, these all wild animals complaining to the man. Then what man said? Let's read it out here. Comes to third paragraph. But that hump thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I'm going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it. And this man is more clever. He don't want to take any responsibility. Hey you guys, why you bother about this camel? Do your own work. Okay, fine. If you don't want to work, though he is a big creature and he is living in this desert from too many long days, and he is an ancestor of this area, so don't bother about him. Do your own work, okay, and don't bother about anything. So this man, instead taking out a good decision from that and teaching a lesson to the camel, he not taking this responsibility on him, and he is telling us such kind of useless phrases to this fellow wild animals, and he made them to work, okay, what the camel has to work. So the camel work is given to the wild animals finally. So here that made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. Then he said, hump, and went away again. Then all three of them became angry. Hey you man, you didn't given us a perfect decision, and you never told anything to the camel. So we are going to held a panchayat in the middle of the desert, and in the same panchayat camel came and he laughed on these creatures and wild animals, and he same way in the same manner taken out the sound hump. and he laughed and he went off from there. Then what happened next? Presently there came along the jinn who was in charge of all desert, rolling in a cloud of dust. Now the jinn, okay, he is the superior one and he is the king of all the desert, a head of all the desert. Jinn came rolling out in the air, okay, in the desert, and he will examine what is going on there. Jinn of all deserts, said the horse. Now the horse, cow and dog didn't got anything from the panchayat, okay, so they are barehanded. Now the jinn came, okay, rolling out throughout the winds, and he came in front of the horse, and the horse complained, is it right for anyone to be idle, like sitting as it is in the desert, not working anything, and his or her work should be done by us? It shouldn't be a right one. It is a totally wrong, and injustice is going with us. Please jinn, tell me something what I can do here, to whom I want to complain. Certainly not, said the jinn. Well, said the horse, there's a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. Now the horse is complaining, in this desert there is a creature with long legs, with long neck. He not doing anything. He is sitting as it is. So what is the matter? So we are not feeling such how systematic. It is not a good thing. So he should work. He should do anything. Why he is sitting as it is? Though if he not work, his work should be done by us. So it shouldn't happen like this. Now the horse is complaining to the jinn. Now what jinn says? Phew, with an exclamation mark. So students, let's comes to the matter. When we have to use exclamatory mark, yes, this one, when we have to use this one, when something said suddenly, when something said suddenly, then we have to use this exclamatory mark. So in which part of speech we have to add this exclamatory mark? Can anyone tell me? Yes, we should add it in conjunction. No, we should add it in interjection. So student, the parts of speech should be familiar to each and everyone, because it is never going to leave our behind, okay, till the passing of second PUC. So it is always coming in the grammar interjection. If you will learn the parts of speech correctly, well and good. If you don't learn the parts of speech correctly, then instead of interjection, I am going to give you injection. Okay, so you are scared of it now, so don't follow this thing. So you should be memorize each and everything thoroughly. Okay, so here the jinn says, phew, with an exclamatory mark, said the jinn, whistling. That's my camel. What does he say about it? Okay, he says hump and he won't plow, said the ox. Very good, said the jinn. I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. Now the jinn is asking each and everything what he is doing there in the desert. Is it? This is my camel and he is doing hump and not plowing anything? Okay, tell me each and everything about him, what he is doing there, and I will go to him and I will speak in his language. Hump, 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 hump. Why you are doing like this? Why you are not working there? I am going to take his remand. Just give me a minute. Wait a second. So student, what happens next? Where the jinn goes and what he speaks to camel? Is camel agrees with the jinn, or he will behave in the same manner how he is doing as it is? Okay, first the animals pleases him. Hey, do some work, but he never listened. Then the man told him he is like that only and he is the ancestor of this desert. Don't bother about him, and nothing decision came from the man. Then finally these creatures, these wild animals, went to the jinn. Then jinn accepted their complaint, accepted their plea, and he went in front of the camel and he wanted to say something to him. So student, what he said, so this is what we are going to discuss in the next class. So student, after this paragraph, you have some comprehension check questions. It should be completed in your fair notebook, an English fair notebook, and it is a page number 3. So student, where you have to complete in English fair notebook, from this video onwards you should make 2 notebooks of 150 pages, more than that, because English is a very lengthy subject. You have to write more and more. More you write, more you learn. So make 2 notebooks of 150 plus pages, one for grammar and one for literature. So whatever there in the literature portion, you have to write its question and answers, its comprehension questions, its difficult words, what are coming in the glossary, what would be written here on the board, it should be noted down in the notebook, okay, with their exact meaning. So let's begin with the first question. What tasks do you think were assigned to the dog and the ox? Very simple question. Dog was assigned, okay, to hold a thing in his mouth and bark, and the ox was assigned to carry, okay, to do the agriculture activity. Second question, why did the camel live in the middle of the desert? Okay, because he is used to of it. And what made the dog, the horse and ox very angry? This is also should be answered in a good manner. How did the jinn know the horse was complaining against the camel? This is also explained in a better manner. A very simple question. So student, these 4 questions are homeworks for you. You should do it by yourself. Read the question which are available here in the textbook. Find out the answers from all 3 pages. Make your own suitable answer. Write it down. So student, in between I will take some question here on the board and I will give some question to you, because I should need a better homework from your side. If I write the answers on the board, then you will become lazy like camel and you will don't do anything. So answer should be come from your side. Okay, different answers means different ideas. So it should happens here. Understood? After all, you are following the NCERT pattern. In the NCERT pattern, I need my student behave like a NCERT students. Understood? Okay, student. For the time being, watch this video. Watch all these kind of things what said in this video. Okay, regularly. Don't be like missing these all kind of things. You should follow each and everything perfectly and watch this video till end. If any doubts, you can text me there in WhatsApp, no problem, and follow each and every instruction properly what I have said here in this video. So the time being, take care about you and yourself, and here wait for another video. Okay student, bye bye and meet you in the next video.